part two is what did my $200,000 MBA did not teach me. The thing that it did not teach me is actually how to make money. It's laughable because that's what most people want to go to MBA for. But in reality, MBA teach you a lot of other things, functional abilities, in such as accounting, financial statement construction, financial statement analysis, how to optimize operational efficiency, things like that, organizational intelligence, so forth. But it did not teach you how to make money. But luckily, I've been fairly successful post MBA years at building two businesses. And I want to share with you, without charging you any money, how I consider opportunities and what opportunities I choose to take on, what opportunity I choose to pass. The goal is not, I can't tell exactly what I do, no one would, but the goal is kind of help you filter information so that your mind can already start to think about things that have a higher probability of winning. And ultimately, I want to say this first, because ultimately, what works for me may not work for you. You gotta kind of have to assess what I tell you and take away what you feel is valuable and make decisions based on your personal situation. Which brings me to the first criteria, which is concept of risk and reward. Whether it's in investment, whether it's in businesses, whether it's in anything in life, risk and reward are always balanced. Usually you do not find the risk reward out of whack. So an example of this would be if you opened up a hawker store versus, let's say, international drug trade and illegal kind. The hawker store is very easy to open up, right? You're not going to be able to make a lot of money because a lot of people can do this very easily. They just need to go watch a YouTube video, learn how to make a couple dishes, and boom, you have a hawker store. It's very low investment, very low skill. In contrast to run an international illegal drug trade, you need huge organizational ability, enforcement, operational enforcement, networks, and so forth. So, same idea. So you have to kind of take a stock of who you are as a person before you jump into business. I personally like risk up to a point, right? There is a point where it gets too risky. Illegal drugs is past my point. But there is a spectrum of very little risk or to too much risk. And you have to figure out where you are. And when you decide that, then you understand what kind of business you can look at. So this risk and reward is fundamental in every business analysis, as well as financial analysis. Okay. The second thing is you need to, if you are starting up as a small business and you don't have a lot of capital behind you, don't go after the volume business, because whenever it is a volume business, it requires large capital investment. As a startup, what you want to look at is highly lucrative businesses. What does that highly lucrative entail? It means high profit margin, of course, but also high value. If you're making 100% off a dollar, you just make another dollar. But if you make 100% out of $1,000, you just made $100,000. So, in startup, you don't have a lot of cash to build huge systems and buy equipment, hire a large team of employees and experts to execute your vision. So what you need is essentially something that keep you going and give you, keep you going, but keep you support your lifestyle, but also enable you to reinvest in business. So don't go after volume. Go after the small scale, high lucrative business, especially today when everything is so transparent. And how do you find a lucrative business? It's actually quite simple. It's like, you need to be niche, of course, right? It has to be niche. So how do you find niche opportunities? Well, I found my niche opportunity by solving problem that I encountered and my friend encountered in life. And it was opportunities that strangely people ignored. And it didn't take that much effort to solve it. It took some effort, but it didn't take a lot of effort to solve. And they're both very lucrative. So what I recommend you do, after you examine your risk profile, you understand how much risk you want to take, is to start having honest discussions. Start to have discussions with people who are honest with you, who will tell you about their lives and share with you some of the real personal trials and difficulties they're trying to overcome in order to carry out whatever they want to do in life. And usually in those things, you'll find something that's worth a lot of money. Because we as business people, all we're really doing is solving people's problems. And then all you have to do is find problems that are, like I said before, lucrative, right? High value and high profit margin. And it's not hard. There are thousands of millions of these things out there. Just think about all the things that come across in life you didn't know before. So just keep an open mind, right? Talk to people who are honest with you. And if you find that could be your golden ticket. Finally, the thing is you want something that you can defend, meaning that you want to get in something that's niche, that's early, and you can quickly build up a way to keep the competitors out. An example with that, okay, let's take the easiest thing will be patent, right? Technology keeps competitors out through patent. Another one would be a professional barrier, meaning that, like, for example, America has a Realtors Association, it has American Medical Association. All these things are basically another form of monopoly, so that people can butt in on their businesses. And this is the reason why even to today, people are still paying 6% commission on a property sale when all the information is public. So for the business you found, you have to think, okay, can I defend it? How do I defend it? Can I patent it? If I can't patent it, then there are other ways to defend it. And that way is usually through money. So you want to build this, as soon as you start making money, you want to scale it. You want to scale it as fast and as hard as you can. So to make it so big is that a competitor can't just easily butt in unless they ante up a lot of their money and match you. A good example of this would be the car business, right? Today you want to jump in a car business, you got to spend billions, not even billions, they're going to be tens or hundreds of billions to become truly competitive. When you look at the amount of money that Elon Musk raised, invested in his Tesla, and just so he can compete with and he's still a niche car company. He's not even really considered a big boy yet. So, and that's what I mean by scale up, right? When the auto industry started, I mean, there were hundreds of brands out there. Anybody with can assemble some worker and buy some part can build cars. But over time, that game changed completely because there's so much embedded technology and capital investment and so forth. So you want to make sure, I don't know no one has crystal balls in the future, but you want to at least project, you can see how your business can develop in a way that you can keep the competitors out. Because whereas the consumers love competition, we business people hate it. It kills profitability, it kills the ability to survive and to live an easy life. So those are things. So number one, take a self-stock of who you are and your risk-reward profile. The second thing is avoid volume business. That is usually is very difficult for a startup to get into unless you have huge amount of money behind you, right? Make sure that it's high priced and it's high margined. Don't go for like, oh, I can sell $10 and sell 1,000 pieces of them a day, because Believe me, if you can do that, so can a lot of other people. It's not that easy. Get to ideally get to something where you can sell 5 and you can make good living in a month. That's perfect. Then you have no stress. Then you can invest in your business and make it into 10 next month, into 15 or 20 next month, right? So finally, I needs to be a niche that can be defended at some way, either through patent, through trademarks, through technology barriers, or through capital barriers. So this is the list that I consider before I jump into a business. Okay, hopefully that helps.